What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back. It's Thursday, so you know exactly what it is. Today, we're doing another 5 things that changed. Again, as with the last few, we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming release of Modern Warfare Remastered. If you guys haven't missed any of the other 5 things, though, check out the little card that will be popping up right about now, and there you can find the entire Modern Warfare Remastered 5 Things That Changed playlist, as well as the 2 previous episodes for your viewing pleasure. But in this week's episode, we got some really cool changes here with this one. Some you may like, some you may not be too fond of. But that said, if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you drop a like rating down below. It really does help the video out and shows that you guys enjoy this, and I have a ton of fun with this series and put a lot of time into it, so that's all I hope to accomplish here, is just that you guys can enjoy this and you guys are entertained. So if you guys are new to the channel as well, hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with everything here regarding this, and so you catch absolutely every episode of the 5 Things That Changed. For those that missed it, we're kind of running 2 a week now at this point, but we still have one normally on Thursdays every single week. But all that out of the way, let's talk about the changes in Modern Warfare Remastered. Let's start out with one that I think I know people will either love or hate, so you'll have to let me know which side of the spectrum you fall under with this one down in the comments below. The first change today goes hand in hand with the previous episode and the medals, but this time around we have instead Killstreak Medal denominations. Previously in COD 4, we all know it was a simplistic game, very matter-of-fact and to the point. You'd get your 3, 5, and 7 that everybody knows and loves, and then afterwards you won't cycle through any more score streaks, or at the time, kill streaks. You'd only get little bits of text on your HUD that mentioned 10 or 15 or 20 kill streaks that you're on here. That's all you get. You wouldn't really get anything fancy for going on a huge tear in the game, but that changed with Modern Warfare 2, where players could get rewarded for their high kill streaks, and save Black Ops, which followed directly after Modern Warfare 2. Every single Call of Duty since then has had some sort of denomination for high kill streaks that players set out to obtain. You have the Nuke in Modern Warfare 2, the Moab in Modern Warfare 3, the Nuclear in Black Ops 2, the Chem in Ghosts, the DNA Bomb and Vicious in Advanced Warfare, which, fun fact, that was also known as the Nuclear in the early alpha and beta stages of Advanced Warfare, as well as the Nuclear in Black Ops 3. Well, as we know right now, Raven is bringing the game up to speed with current Call of Duty titles, and it seems like this will be the case as well in Modern Warfare Remastered. As it was in the playable versions at COD XP, Modern Warfare Remastered features the standard 3, 5, and 7 kill streaks that everybody loved from the classic feel, but also seem to hold the standard Black Ops 3 or potentially Advanced Warfare medal system, denoting Bloodthirsties, Merciless, Ruthless, and other medals. It's possible that these were assets that were just used to upscale the game from Advanced Warfare, and that might actually be the case because the headshot icons and a few other things that we'll talk about in another episode here of the 5 Things That Changed were the same things that were in Advanced Warfare, so it could have just been something that's been ported over as a result of mass importing. But while no one got a Nuclear or a Vicious to confirm which game that belonged to or what medal it actually goes up to, it was intriguing to look at the game while playing this and see a medal denoting Bloodthirsty for something that really was just supposed to be something so classic. I know I'd get an Airstrike at 5 kills, but I didn't think I'd get a Bloodthirsty at that. Once again, I don't know how people will take this. I feel like some will be enthralled with it, some people may absolutely hate it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one down there in the comments. The second change we're going to be discussing here, I know will upset some people, but I fully expect it to be reverted back based off of how well Raven is communicating with the community, which, by the way, it's fantastic, giving the fans exactly what they want and doing so in a manner that is very timely. So the second change here deals with the snipers and the ADS time, otherwise known as the aim down sight, or how fast you bring your weapon up to your eye to scope in. COD 4 is known for the sniping that took place in it, debatedly one of the best sniping games, if not the best sniping game in the Call of Duty franchise. What was really nice was that the sniping was fluent, it was very easy to quickscope, and it was easy to ADS in a small amount of time. That, however, is changed in the remastered version of the game. With the playable build at COD XP, the snipers had a little bit of a tweak added to them. Sniping in Modern Warfare Remastered can still be done and is still great, however, there is a bit of a change to the ADS speed. While there's no statistical evidence that gives an exact number in the form of increase in time to ADS, it is apparent. Probably like a 1/4 of a second or a 1/2 of a second increase, but it still feels good. But if you're used to playing COD 4 and the sniping and how quickly you can quick scope in, you will notice a bit of a change up here. Now, I personally don't find it too bad as a casual player, but if you're a sniper and a diehard sniper at that one, you can tell it nearly feels a little bit heavier, if you want to put it that way. I'd probably compare it maybe to Advanced Warfare sniping, but not as restricting as what it was back then. So take it how you will. I know it all is personal preference to a lot of people. Some people, once again, will love it. Some people will hate it. But moving along into the third change here with this one, that is a design change in this. Again, COD 4 was always known for the simplicity, and that's what COD players do now. They look back and say, well, gee, don't you remember when it was like this? And this is something something that the kill feed we're going to be talking about in this one was something that people always recognized. It was a staple of the COD franchise, and COD 4's in particular was very well known. If you played COD 4 and I lined up an image of every game's kill feed next to each other, I bet you'd be able to pick out which one was COD 4's. So if you are a fan of the iconic feed here with this one, it might get you right in the feels as for this change. As it stands right now, the feed has been updated to a more sleek look, additionally perhaps falling in line with some of the Advanced Warfare assets, as it looks strikingly familiar to Advanced Warfare's. But the feed itself is not the classic that we've come to notice, and the intervals in between the icons and text are larger. So it's a subtle little change, and not too many may entirely notice it or really care, but it is something that changes up the proportions that may take away from the classic feel of the game. Nothing game-breaking, but for the people that really loved the game and wanted it to stay back to its roots of the COD 4 original, and the remaster kind of just upscaling everything, this will be a little bit of a change that you might notice. But the fourth change in this episode deals with the ending display, another design change in this one. And for those that remember the classic ending screens of COD 4 and also World at War because they were identical, you may remember that there was really not much to do with them. They were just relatively simple, just text and a fade to black on the brightness on the screen. They simply displayed the ending score, and from there you can enter into the scoreboard at that point. As it turns out, this is another change that has taken place in Modern Warfare Remastered as an effort to bring this up to speed with everything else in the Call of Duty universe. We mentioned last week or 2 weeks ago that there was a countdown timer, and it stays consistent with that design, as well as players now see an updated end sequence. This is nothing but a design change, and it features the faction logos more predominantly than the former version of the game, but it also makes good use of the layout and ability to make the design flow, as well as fit with the redesigned atmosphere. So not really, once again, a game-breaking change, but it definitely is something that players may notice, and as somebody that likes the design of the UI, I quite enjoy this one over the classic COD 4 feel on this. I think it just looks a lot nicer, a lot more professional, and a lot more sleek. Now, the final change here in this one you may have heard about because we talked about it on the channel. Previously, gold camo was something that everyone wanted because it was essentially the diamond camo of the past. Wherefore, diamond, you must complete all camos of a weapon category. That's how players were rewarded with the gold camo in COD 4. However, there's a little bit of a catch that went along with this one. Only one weapon could be rewarded with gold camo, and you couldn't choose which one you wanted to put it on, so they were predetermined as is with each gun. The M60 was the gold for the LMGs, the AK-47 was the gold for the ARs, the Mini Uzi was the gold for the SMGs, the Dragunov was the gold for the snipers, the M1014 was the gold for the shotguns, and finally the Desert Eagle was gold for reaching rank 55. So as you can see, gold was pretty sought after back in the day, and it was sort of a prestige in and of itself. However, this has been changed in Modern Warfare Remastered, as players can now acquire gold on every single weapon. I featured a bit of them on my channel, but I know some of my friends have done full showcases of every single gun in Modern Warfare Remastered as gold, but regardless, it seems as if we're going to be able to get every single gun gold, and possibly via challenges for gold weapons. Modern Warfare Remastered doesn't have a challenge list just yet. A lot of people assume that it's going to be something that will have the original challenges as they were in COD 4, but until then, we don't actually know. So we didn't get to see how the camos were earned when selecting them at COD XP, but I'd presume that would be the only way to do so. That would be the way to acquire each individual camo as you did with the camos back in COD 4, but just adding another tier onto it. So that as well then, if there's gold on every weapon, who's to say that we don't see diamond added into Modern Warfare Remastered? I personally don't think that I'd need to see diamond in Modern Warfare Remastered, but if that is what they end up doing, I guess that's something that we can see in time, and something that I guess people will either give their love or hate towards. But I'm not quite sure that I would feel it would fit too well, but regardless, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one too. But that is, we're gonna wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about a bunch of different changes here within this one, and hopefully you guys did enjoy. I would love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below, both firstly on the medals in Modern Warfare Remastered, and of course, I would love to hear your thoughts also big time on if you'd like to see diamond come into Modern Warfare Remastered as well with a multiplayer aspect. That's something that I don't know how either of these would work out. Maybe they're just things that are left over in the case of medals, or that they're just something that they're bringing gold up to everything because everybody loved gold, and who wouldn't want to have a gold weapon for absolutely everything. But I thank you guys so much for watching. I had a ton of fun with this one here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, make sure you drop a like rating down below. Once again, my only goal is to entertain you guys, keep you guys enjoying this, so hopefully you guys do, and by dropping a like rating down below, it really does show me that you guys do enjoy the series here. Probably my favorite one to make on the channel, so I'm glad it can be something that we all enjoy together. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because we're gonna have a bunch of stuff with Modern Warfare Remastered, Infinite Warfare, and of course we still have some stuff with Black Ops 3 coming up here in the next couple of days to weeks, and maybe even that super Easter egg that I keep talking about. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Mine has been Nikolai Espresso. I will see you guys later. Take care and peace.